What's up? What's up? What's up, you guys? How's everybody doing? How was everybody doing? Hey, little baby. Thank you. Little baby is already in the house and on it, honey. On it. Hey, Tracy, China White. I think the notification went out late. So people they coming in, they gonna come in. How they get in here? Y'all know how it is. Hey, Sharber, how you doing, baby? So we're gonna go ahead and get ready to get started though. Hold on, let me do this because I ain't gonna be here long. You see, I'm coming on a little late. Y'all know I like to try to get in here a little earlier. I forgot what I was doing. Oh, I hate when I do that. I was losing track of my train of thought. Okay. Hey, give me shelter. Hey, Xavier, how you doing? Hey, Kervixen. All right. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? What up, y'all? Hey. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get this party started. So, first of all, let me say this to y'all. Okay, listen. Let me fuss at y'all for a minute. Let me fuss at y'all for a minute, okay? So, I'm sorry. I was trying to do this not at the last minute. I was trying to hurry up and do it and get it done. So I missed something. All right, I'm here. I'm back. Sorry about that. So listen. What happened? What happened with Tracy? Hold on. Let me roll back up. Well, no, I'm late today, so y'all good. I was late today. Matter of fact, Abby gonna send me a text talking about some ma'am, where are you? Why are you not live? Now Abby ain't here. Where Abby at? Where Abby at though? She texting people and stuff. Where you at? What's up, Below? Oh, I went back up to the top, girl. I thought somebody was coming for you. I was gonna have to come inform. What games are being played? What's going on? What games, little baby? I ain't playing no games. What games are being played? What you talking about? Who playing games? What are we talking about? I missed something. What are the games? Who's playing games? Hey, Nicole Stevens, how you doing? All right, so listen, y'all. So last night was the Oscars, and I have to really be honest with y'all. I didn't watch not near second of it. Not near second of it. I couldn't tell you nothing. I don't think there was a host. I know at one time they was trying to tell people. Oh, thank you, Ready Rock. Yeah, we have a good time with the Masked Singer, child. At one time they was gonna make people show up, and then they said, oh no, never mind, you don't have to show up. Then it was about whether you was gonna wear a mask or not. Listen, the best part of the whole Oscars was the moment that went viral when they were going around. Lil Rel was asking people about songs from the different movies, and he went to Glenn Close to ask her about the butt. Now listen, because I'm from DC and Go-Go lives in my heart, I have a different affinity. For the butt song that came from Do the Right Thing. But first of all, Glenn Close not only knew the song, but she started giving y'all history of Go-Go. Now, I love you, Glenn Close, and I do think you ought to go. I absolutely do. But I absolutely feel like, hey, Miguel, how you doing? How you doing, baby? I ain't seen you in a minute. I absolutely feel like somebody gave her those answers because she knew way too much. She started talking about backyard band and stuff. Now, let me tell you something. Backyard band, either you know or you know. You don't know. Like, backyard band was never a go-go band that, like, outside of this area, if you ain't know nothing about go-go, you wouldn't know about the backyard band. So the fact that Glenn Close, it'd be one thing that for her to be like, oh yeah, I know EU and Sugar Bear. But when she started talking about backyard band, I said, well, I said, she been in the back talking to Taraji P. Henson. Because, Taraji from DC, I said, ain't no way in hell she knew all that. Now, again, I would have been fine with her just knowing about EU and Sugar Bear. Because EU was the band. Sugar Bear was the lead singer. I'm going to give you that, Glenn. But who told you about Backyard Band? Now, Backyard Band, it was cute. It was very cute, Diamond Pearl. It was so cute. It was so cute. But like I said, the minute she said Backyard Band, I said, okay, that's it. That's all. And then she actually got up and did the butt, which was hilarious. Like, I was here for it. Don't get me wrong. I love me some Glenn Close, and I was here for it. I mean, not Glenn Close. Damn, I keep calling her Glenn Close. Yeah, Glenn. It was Glenn Close, right? It was Glenn Close, right? I'm right. It was Glenn Close, right? She did talk like she knew what she was talking about, but see, that's why she to go. That's why she to go. Thank you, Xavier. Because I was like, but you know how you say something and then it don't sound right? I was like, wait a minute, maybe that's not right. Listen, she said it and she was convincing with it because she's an actress. She's been nominated. I think, doesn't she have the record for the most nominations? Doesn't Glenn Close hold the record for both nominations, for the most nominations? Child. So I just feel like she was giving those answers, but it was cute. It was a moment. It went viral, and it was cute. It was cute. But I really, really don't know nothing else about what happened at the Oscars, other than the fact that Chadwick Boseman did not win. Now, listen, this is where I need to fuss at y'all. Okay, I need to fuss at all the black people in the room. If you white in the room, I ain't talking to you. You could just chill out for this one. This one ain't about you. A lot of times it's about the white people, but this one ain't about y'all. Y'all didn't do nothing wrong this time. Y'all just chill out in the back. Y'all just wait a minute. Glenn Close never won. Glenn Close has never won an Academy Award. Then I'm not thinking about Glenn Close. Who played the lead character in what was that movie? Sheesh. That was about the fashion designer. That was supposed to be character after Anna Wintour. Yeah, I know Glenn Close was in Fatal Attraction, but who am I thinking about, y'all? Because I'm thinking about somebody else. Meryl Streep. Okay. So Glenn Close was the right person, but Meryl Streep was who in my mind I was thinking about. Okay. I'm with it now. Okay, right. Devil Wears Prada. Okay. Now I gotta clear my mind. Hold on, y'all. Let me rewind. Hold on. Let me get myself together. Let me align my chakras. Okay. Because I was okay. Glenn Close was the person we talking about. Fine. But in my mind, I was thinking about Meryl Streep. Okay, because when you said Meryl Streep, they never won, I said, hold up. That ain't right. Because I know Meryl Streep has won. And that's who I was calling the GOAT, because she done won so many damn times. All right, now I'm back. Now let me get back to fussing at y'all. Let me get back to fussing at black people. Okay. Listen. Are y'all listening, black people? We have to stop with this bullshit. We can't win all the things. Okay, I understand that for a long time the Oscars did not acknowledge us. I know we even had our own hashtag Oscars So Black. I get it. I get it. Okay. And I know that y'all still in y'all feelings about Chadwick. I get it. I get it. Okay. He wasn't the only person that made a movie last year. He just won't. He won't the only person that made a movie last year. Okay. Listen. The Oscars, we won some Oscars last night, y'all. We won. Y'all would think that we ain't win shit last night. We won Oscars last night. Now, did people get robbed? Sure. They get robbed listen, somebody gonna always think that somebody got robbed. Again, did Audrey Day do a great job as Billie Holiday in the People versus Billie Holiday? Sure. But there were 3 other people nominated that somebody think did just as well. You know an award show that we can go to where we win all of the things? The BET Awards, the Soul Train Awards, the NAACP Awards, the Source Awards. But y'all don't. See, they would start. See, y'all got mad. I was buffering. Y'all didn't like what I was saying. Y'all got me buffering. But seriously, y'all don't want to support the shows that give the black people their flowers. Y'all don't want to watch the NAACP Awards and the BET Awards, and y'all don't want to do that. No, we don't want to watch that. We want to wait till the Oscars come around, and then we want to get mad when we don't win every goddamn award. Listen, we got to share the awards with the other people. We can't win all of them. I'm just telling y'all. I understand that, Xavier, and I'm not saying she didn't. All I'm saying is we acted, when I say we, again, people was acting a fool because Chadwick didn't win last night. I think people just assumed that because he died, he was going to win. Listen, we won. My boy won for Judas and the Black Messiah for Best Supporting Actor. Jamie Foxx won for Soul for Best Animated Feature for Soul. What's this? What is this? That other black movie? Twisted Distant Strangers, which I heard was really good. That one. Listen, I know Viola Davis didn't win. I know Audrey O'Day didn't win. I know that Chadwick didn't win. I know Lakeith Stansfield didn't win. But y'all, we can't just think that just because our people get nominated that they just gonna automatically win. We listen. I think that what's my girl's name? Now I can't think of her name. Damn it. Now I can't think of her name. See, I'm gonna have to Google it. That's it right there. I think Susan Lucci was the best soap opera villain in the history of daytime TV. Hands down. Nobody better. Yeah, it took her 20 years to win a Daytime Emmy Award. And even then, I think it was a pity award. I think they only gave it to her out of pity. Hey, T Lounge, what's up? That's fine, Abby, that you think we could think that. Okay. And honestly, Xavier, that's how I feel too. And I know that that's not a popular opinion, but I don't mean no harm. If Chadwick Boseman hadn't passed away, would he even been nominated? He won every other damn award this year. Every other award this year. He won all of them. All of them. I'm just saying. I understand really, but Chadwick's performance was revolutionary, and the fact that he no longer here, they could have paid homage. Ready Rock. They forgot to put Naya Rivera in memorandum for the damn Oscars. The Academy just ain't big on that. He won those other ones because he died. I'm going to just call a spade and a thing a thing. Doc Chocolate, right. But Victor Newman would have been nominated in the male category. I'm talking about female category. I know I said best villain, but Victor Newman won his. He won his. She was a part of the Academy. As long as you're a part of the Academy, that she should have been recognized. She was part of the Academy. Let's be honest, these awards are mainly due to the politics people play, less about the actual. Exactly. It's all about politics, and it's all about people out here politicking. I remember when Diana Ross, I remember reading this in one of her biographies, or one of the biographies about her. She didn't write this. When she was in Lady Sings the Blues, she was a shoo-in to win. But Berry Gordy, not understanding the politics of Hollywood, was doing things that was out of protocol and basically was getting on everybody's damn nerves. And just out of spite to Berry Gordy, she got snubbed. She was a shoo-in to win. If he had just shut up and let the company, the movie company, do what they supposed to do their politics. But no, he decided he knew better and he understood, and he was out playing the games that he was playing in Motown. And they was like, sir, this is in Motown. You don't intimidate us. You can't bribe us. You can't. And then they ended up snubbing her, child. Did we have all this fever when he got his Oscar after he passed? I don't have no fever. Are you talking about me? I don't have no fever. All I'm saying is, first of all, I think Heath would have still won that Oscar had he been here. Personally, I think he would have still won that Oscar. Heath played the hell out of the Joker. I think Heath would have still won that Oscar. Damn sure would have been nominated. They didn't put Naya Rivera in the memorandum. What fuck? Yeah, she wasn't in. She wasn't in memorandum or memoriam. Memoriam, is that the right way to pronounce that? Hey, Shakira, what's up? Hey, Starbell. Yeah. So all I'm saying is this. I hear what you're saying, Abby. I disagree. It's cool. I just feel like I'm not saying we shouldn't continue to strive to win all of the things. We've got to continue to put out good products. We've got to continue to be in contention with, on par with. But that doesn't mean we're going to win. And I get it. We love Chadwick. We miss him. I get it. He left us a great body of work. But that doesn't automatically mean he was supposed to win. I mean, had he won, that'd have been great. But remember, they did the same thing to Eddie Murphy. Remember the year of Dreamgirls? Eddie Murphy won every other award until he got to the Oscars, and he lost. He lost at the Oscars. He won all of the other awards all year long for his role in Dreamgirls. Every other award. It got to the Oscars, and they was like, "Yeah, no, that's not happening. Nope, not here. Sorry." Yeah, he would have won. I believe Heath would have absolutely. And again, at the very least, he still would have been nominated. He absolutely would have been nominated, but I think he still would have won. Because remember, that was part of what was going on with him anyway. That he couldn't get out of that. He couldn't get out of that mindset. Right, exactly, Doc Chocolate. I think that Chadwick has Oscar-worthy performance. Get on up, Black Panther and The Five Bloods, but Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, I feel Coleman was more of the lead than him. Hey, Lamont, what's up, boo? Yeah, I think Chadwick has had Oscar-worthy performances. I don't know if Ma Rainey's Black Bottom was one. I think the fact that he did it as sick as he was, I think the fact that he showed up, he was Chadwick Boseman. I give him all of that. And if he had won, I wouldn't have been mad. But I wasn't mad that he didn't win. I was more upset that RHOA didn't win. But even with that, okay, there are 3 other people that feel like they deserve to win too, child. It was the year the Asian I saw it coming. Well, I didn't even watch the award show because of the politics of it all. I just watched for the performances. Listen, that's why I don't even watch. I really don't watch the Oscars because honestly, half the movies I've never seen. I've never been a big Oscars person because I like movies, but I'm not a movie buff, I guess, for lack of a better word. I'm more of a music person. So I was always into the Grammys and the American Music Awards. Hell, I watched the CMA Awards sometimes. I love music. But movies, I catch it here, I catch it there. It's okay, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? But generally speaking, of the 5 movies that are nominated, I probably usually have only seen 1, maybe 2. Now, I have found some great movies after they were nominated and went back and watched them and was like, oh, this was good. But generally speaking, I don't be knowing these movies. When you with the Oscars, you become part of the board. When you win, yeah. I wonder if the difference between Chadwick and Heath is that his partner was also an Academy darling. Does the board seat go to a spouse? I don't know. Whose spouse? What you talking about? Heath Ledger's partner? Who was Heath Ledger's partner? Give me shelter. Who was Heath? I don't know. Who was Heath Ledger dating? I don't know these people. I didn't. And that could have something to do with it too. Give me shelter. Because you're right. When you win, you become part of the voting body. Because like Whoopi, she votes, and I know she talks about it because I know if Whoopi, and Whoopi talks about it all the time. Michelle Williams, I forgot all about that. Yeah, I forgot about that. And that might have something to do with it too. It is politics. I'm not going to sit here and say there are no politics involved. Absolutely, there are politics involved. Anyway, that's all I had to say to y'all about the Oscars. Y'all got to just listen. People was acting a fool. I said, we don't want 4 or 5 other Oscars tonight, and y'all still mad. Y'all still mad. Anyway. In other Black people news, why we always got act up at the Fune? Why do we always have to act up down to the Fune? Down to the DMX Fune. Right, Lamont. That is the point I'm making. They won't bring that same smoke down to the BET Awards or the NAACP Image Awards. Nope, we sure won't. Nope. We have perfectly good award shows that by us for us. But we ain't happy with that. Chadwick Boseman won all of them. Ain't nobody care about that. Nobody was mad. Nobody was tripping. You said because we can. We certainly can. Because listen. So okay, first of all, the film was 10 hours long. Okay, it was 10 hours long. Okay. You have 20 different religions represented. We had Farrakhan, we had a pastor, a rabbi, we had all kinds of people down to the funeral. Okay, we had all the people down to the funeral. Okay. We had a performance by Kanye West's choir. That might have been at the memorial. Was that at the memorial or the funeral? I get them mixed up. They had them back to back shit. Of course, we had to have the VIP section down to the funeral. Then we had the friend to come up and speak. What's his name? Juggles. I don't know Juggles. I don't know nothing about Juggles. I don't know if Juggles was a rapper on Rough Rider. If he was just a real good friend, I don't know. All I know is that Juggles said that he was on the program and the family took him off. And so he decided that he was going to speak anyway. What's up, lady style? And the pastor said, I ain't been saved all my life. I need you to get up off my stage. Anytime you make the pastor say, I ain't been saved all my life, it's probably not going to look good for what's going to happen next. Okay? It's not going to look good for what's going to happen next. But let's be clear. Let us not act like we have not had a moment like that at a funeral for our family. Somebody got up that wasn't supposed to get up. Now, Jungle said he was on the program, but the family took him off. Now, I feel like there was probably a good reason why the family took you off the program. However, you decided you was going to talk anyway. And the pastor said, please don't make me step out of character in front of all these people. I need you to get up off my stage, sir. Because again, I must repeat, when the pastor says, I ain't been saved my whole life, abort mission, sir. Abort mission. Tracy said, I was here for it. He was so disrespectful. Tracy said, I was here for it. Listen. Then we had Swiss Beats. We had Swiss Beats at the end of the memorial program, putting the family on blast, talking about this whole situation just reconfirmed what I need to put in place. And Abby, don't say nothing in my chat about his wife. What I need to put in place, because the way this family has been acting, no ma'am. No ma'am. He said, but I'm gonna make sure that my brother's good. Like, they can act stupid if they want to, but he was my brother, and he gonna be all right. I'm gonna make sure he's gonna be good. I'm gonna make sure that he's good. Okay. I said, you ain't have to say that on the mic at the end of the memorial, sir. Sir, are you putting the whole family on blast? What's up, Brandon? We were all late today, baby. Listen, Abby texted me talking about something. Where are you? Okay. Why are you not live, ma'am? Okay. I said, is Swiss Beats putting these motherfuckers on blast? Yes, loving my piece. Yes, they was. I said, don't mean no harm. I didn't expect nothing. I expected about this. Then we had the Skype musical selection from Faith Evans. Oh, that's who Jungle is. He was on Uchi Wally Wally. Okay. Here's the thing. Faith sang one of my favorite songs. So I was mad about that. Because it's actually one of my favorite gospel songs. It's one of my favorite songs, period. But it's definitely one of my favorite gospel songs. And I was reading all of the like messages about it. Like I was reading it on Twitter and stuff before I actually saw the performance. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I really expected it to be worse than what it was because I had read the comments first. Had I seen the performance before, I probably would have felt the same way. But when I watched the performance, my response was like, about halfway through, I was like, I mean, that's not that bad. I mean, she okay. It's not the best Faith performance, but it's not that bad. But about halfway through is when we took a hard left. Okay. Oh, that was right. But y'all know what I'm saying. About halfway through, it was left to y'all, so I should have said about that. About halfway through, it took a hard left. And I had to go, what the fuck? Because in the beginning, I was like, okay. You know, and let me say this. It sounded like the whole situation was fucked up. Her background vocals was off key. I don't know what they were singing. I don't know what key they were singing in. I agree, Abby. I blame Stevie. She was singing, you know, nothing's impossible, but clearly there was something impossible in your performance. There was some impossible things happening in that performance. Oh, it was impossible, Faith. It was impossible. Listen, if y'all have not seen it, y'all go. It is viral. It is out there. I ain't gonna play it. I'm not playing those games with YouTube, but it is there. You are more than welcome to go and find it. It is there, honey. It is there. She should definitely have passed the mic. Absolutely. Yeah, Edith, I'm thinking that Faith might. I mean, she was very, she's been very honest about her past transgressions, but I'm thinking that maybe she's revisiting some things from the past. That's all I'm gonna say about that. She might be revisiting some things from the past. Yeah, I don't even know what words she was singing. I don't know what words she was singing. You had Faith and Faith, child. But I will say this. Overall, it was a beautiful service. I love that red casket. It was absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And what I absolutely loved was the moment where DMX's ex-wife embraced his fiance. First of all, can we talk about how clean DMX ex-wife looked? To Shira, I think. Bitch. Can we talk about how clean she looked in that white suit? She looked like Olivia Pope. Didn't she look like Olivia Pope by the Scandal with that hat on and that white suit with them shoulder pads, honey? I said, yes, come through, looking good. And I loved when she talked about real women doing real things and how his fiance loved him and how because that woman loved him, she loves her. And she called her up on that stage and hugged her and they embraced. Can I say that that was some real woman shit? Now, I don't know what kind of I don't know if they've argued in the past. I don't know if they've had, run-ins in the past or they don't talk shit. I don't know. And it ain't my business to know. Don't none of us need to know. But in that moment, I was here for that. I was Tashira, that's it, will always be my fave, even though she martyred herself for too long for him. Well, yeah, she did, child. The moment with the fiance and the ex-wife was sweet. That's what family is supposed to do. Come together, not act a fool and call people out on the mic. And let me say this. What that showed me is that she was over him. Because she, you can't do that if you still holding on to something. That means that she really truly let go of whatever he did to her, whatever bad blood there may have been between them as far as the way the marriage ended. And And I have to absolutely give her respect for that. The thing we have to remember, and I understand what you're saying, little baby. I agree 100%. Part of the problem, and when I read his book, when you read his autobiography, it becomes evident that is what their relationship always was. Their relationship was always codependent. And so she didn't know how to be anything other than his help, his lean, the person to lean on when I'm going through something. I mean, she was innocent. I believe she was a virgin when they met. She was a strict Muslim, grew up in a Muslim household. She covered and everything. And he sort of, he was her first everything. But he was already a drug addict. So she didn't know how to be anything other than, one, this is what she was raised to be as far as the beliefs of what she was taught a good wife is and what a good wife does. That's number one. Number two, she never knew her husband not a drug addict. She never knew him as someone who wasn't struggling. Because even when he was sober, you're always a drug addict. You're always a drug addict. So even when he was sober, she never knew him as somebody who wasn't struggling with an addiction. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not defending it because I agree. She did it for too long. She allowed the bad behavior for way too long. But I don't think that was so much about her with him as it was her finding herself and what she was outside of him. Because that all she knew was this relationship with this man from high school. That's it. That's all she knew. And so I think, and then you add on the guilt. People who are in relationships with people who are drug addicts, there's a level of guilt that you carry that if I leave them, is this going to be the last straw? Is this going to be what pushes them over the edge? Is this going to be what takes them there? And so there's a level of guilt that is connected with that. And I agree that she held on to it for too long. And I appreciate that she got out when she did. And that she clearly seems to be at peace. I've seen her. I've read a couple of interviews and stuff that she's done. She's definitely moved on. Hey, what's up, nephew? She's definitely moved on. And she's definitely been able to, find a happy place in her life. But listen, Xavier, I'll be so glad to talk to you in 10 years and 20 years when you lived a little bit more life, baby. And I love you dearly. I do. But you just see everything so black and white sometimes. She didn't have a savior complex. She was in love with a drug addict, period. She was in love with a drug addict. And I'm sure this too. Let me not make it all about that. I'm sure on some level she enjoyed the lifestyle of being DMX's wife too. I'm sure that she enjoyed the perks that came with it. Even with the bullshit, she enjoyed the perks that came with it. Because, hey, what's up, lovely day one? Hey, boo. Because let's understand that we see people who aren't dealing with drug addicts stay in bad situations because of the lifestyle. But I'm telling you, it's just not black and white that all the time. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Anyway. But I love you, Xavier. You know I do. Anyway, so yes, child, that was the Fune. I don't know why we always gotta act with the Fune. Why we always gotta act crazy with the Fune. Okay, but that's the Fune. So DMX had twins on his fiance. All of them kids on stage was listen. DMX had 15 children. Hey P, all of the ages all of the ages overlap. Okay, listen. One thing for sure and two things for certain. DMX was fertile. That's all we got that. He was fertile. She most definitely saw her father also an addict in Earl and didn't want to help him to some degree. And did want to help him to some degree. Yeah. Oh, 17 kids. Listen. Again. Did you say again because we can? What? Have 17 children? DC police drag racing child. Listen. There's a place in DC when I was growing up. There's a place in DC where they used to have the drag races, right? And this is when I was growing up. They used to do drag races over there. I know for a fact one of my friends used to drag race over there, and he was a DC cop, and that was then. I'm not going to tell you how many years ago it was, but that was a long time ago because that's when I was like in college. And he was a DC cop, and he would be out there drag racing every weekend. That ain't nothing new. Maybe they just getting caught, but trust me, that ain't nothing new. But anyway, yeah, so that was the Fune. Now, Kanye West, he had a partnership with Balenciaga to put out a limited edition t-shirt for DMX in remembrance, and the proceeds will go to his family. Oh, you talking about acting up at the funeral? Yes, child. And over the weekend, like literally they just announced it over the weekend, it has already raised $1 million, and that $1 million will directly go to his family. So we all know that $1 million doesn't last forever, especially with 17 children. But all of those children aren't minors, so all those children don't necessarily need benefits per se, but enough of them are probably under 18, child. Enough of them are. But so Kanye West, you know, big ups to him. They totaled 2 police cars. Listen. But on the same token, let me read you this headline. Kanye West's 2008 Nike Air Jeezy prototypes are now the most expensive sneakers in history after selling for $1.8 million US. $1.8 million US. Did y'all hear the million part? The million? Million. Listen. I ain't even gonna knock his hustle, but million. I don't even think they cute. I don't even think those shoes are cute. I really think the Yeezys are ugly. Like, I do not find the Yeezys. Listen. Anyway, it is what it is, child. It is what it is, child. All right. So last but not least, because like I said, we wasn't gonna be here long. Last but not least, listen, the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion part 1 was last night. Drew, you really listen. See, it's because of people like Drew that I be holding on to stuff. Like in the beginning, I'll be like, I really like that person. But then Drew will be the type of person that'll make me be like, I changed my mind. That little performance that Drew gave at the end, when she was crying, talking about some, I'll never forgive you for that, Kenya. I'll never forgive you. I said, girl, what? It is so not that serious. They stopped production of Kobe sneakers, so it would have a pair that might have to be worth something. Oh yeah, Ready Rock. We talked about that last week. Yep. What's up, DMV Rebuild? Hey boo. Listen, so let me just go through my notes. I skipped to the end. Let me start at the beginning, try to work my way up. Okay, let me go here. They talked about everybody gaining COVID weight. And Andy knew he was being shady as hell because all them women was talking about they done gained 20, 30 pounds. And he's talking about some, really? I gained like 10. Bitch, if you don't go sit down, didn't you have COVID? Maybe you lost weight because your ass actually had COVID. Maybe that's why you didn't gain as much weight as everybody else, sir. Okay, yeah, because I know you got to get ready to go to your panel. Portia and Dennis, we don't care. They're not together. Moving on. Portia and her activism, great, wonderful. Then this whole thing came up with Kenya coming for Portia and her activism. See, this is the stuff that Kenya does that pisses me off. Kenya, what you don't get to do is treat somebody like shit and then wonder why you didn't get invited to the party. You came for Portia's activism all season. You question the sincerity of it. You question her motives. You even tried to build this narrative between her and Kandi, even after production asked you not to bring up certain things in reference to what scenes were deleted and what scenes were kept in and why. You still tried to take it and twist that narrative and turn it into Portia only wanting the spotlight for herself and her activism and not wanting anybody else to be highlighted and spotlighted. And then when Portia was doing a PSA, you had the nerve to be like, well, if it's all about Black Lives Matter and what's for the cause, you didn't even invite me to the PSA. Ma'am, like I said in my review, just because I'm preaching don't mean I got to invite the devil. Listen, you don't get to come. You don't get to come. If you so worried about my activism, go do your own PSA. But I'm not inviting you at all. You don't get to come. I ain't said nothing about Kandi. What are you talking about, Ready Rock? Kandi don't have nothing to do with nothing I just said. Y'all so ready to come for Kandi. Kandi didn't. I don't even think Kandi said 5 words at the reunion last night. I'm talking about Kenya and Portia and Drew. I don't even know how Kandi got in this. But how you gonna sit there and be mad about not getting invited to the PSA? That's like earlier in the season when you got uninvited to Portia's party and then you in your feelings and didn't understand, talking about something. I wouldn't have messed up her party. I know how to act. No, you don't. That's part of the problem. You don't know how to act. And I wouldn't have invited, like, I don't necessarily like the way Lauren handled it, but I absolutely understand why Lauren changed her mind. Nobody said anything about Kandi, DMV. That's what I'm saying. I didn't say nothing about Kandi. It didn't come up, KK. Nobody bought Kandi. Lord. Anyway. Right. Exactly, Aunt Didi. If she thought that Portia's activism was insincere and fraudulent, why you even want to be invited to the PSA? I wouldn't want no parts of something I thought was fake. So that I'm like, Kenya, but see, Kenya does that all the time, and she tries to play that mind control, that mind game on everybody. Well, I don't understand. I mean, why would you but then you didn't invite me to such and such? Because don't know what? Because you cause problems and strife everywhere you go, ma'am. Then we had Kenya and her divorce. I don't care. I'm over it. I'm tired of talking about it. Whatever. Then we had Kenya and Drew. I don't think I care about Kenya and Drew either. Only to get to this part we're going to get to at the end. We'll get there with Drew and that whole situation with the baby daddy. Because y'all know I agree with Kenya. I felt the way Kenya felt about that whole baby daddy situation, that whole scene with her showing her son. And Kenya retweeted a comment that a fan made about watching that scene made them cringe, and they didn't appreciate they didn't like the fact that what's the face brought the kid in there. And I agreed 100%. I agree 100%, child. Then we got on Kenya in the costume. Now listen, I hate when y'all be making me defend people that I don't like, because y'all know I don't see it for Kenya. But what we are not going to do is compare the Underground Railroad and your ass not knowing that it ain't a real railroad and Kenya wearing that damn Native American costume. That's what we're not going to do. We're not going to compare the two. Was Kenya wrong? Sure. Was it in bad taste? Certainly. Was it out of line? Absolutely. But what we are not going to do is pretend like all of us didn't grow up wearing Native American costumes or somebody around us wearing a costume. What we're not going to do is act like that this isn't something. Don't get me wrong. It was always inappropriate. But we are now learning and understanding how inappropriate it is, and it is no longer acceptable. But let's not act like 5 years ago people were still wearing Native American costumes to parties and then nobody had a problem with it. Hell, we had a whole group, village people, whole Indian, Native American, indigenous person. But there has never, ever been a moment that existed in the history of these here United States where the Underground Railroad was ever a real railroad. It just never happened. It didn't. So for Portia to try to compare the two, no ma'am. And here's the thing. This is what people need to remember. And I understand there's going to be people who love them some Portia. Hey, Gina, it might, they might have came out late because I went on late, child, But listen, for some people, for people who might have forgot, you came on the show bragging about who your grandfather was and how active. What's up, peace, love? Hey, boo. And how active your grandfather was in the civil rights movement and how proud you were of his legacy and all of this, and that, and that, and yada, yada, yada. You set yourself up for this whole Underground Railroad situation. Because I still remember, I wasn't even reviewing shows back then, but I absolutely remember when you was bragging about all that your grandfather had done and how important your grandfather was to civil rights and all the things that he did to make the world a better place, ma'am. And then you turn your black ass around down to the savannah talking about the Underground Railroad being a real railroad. You set yourself up for that. Because the reality is, it might have died down by now had you not bragged about your granddaddy being this civil rights pioneer, which he was. I'm not taking nothing away from that. But ma'am, show me in any history book where the Underground Railroad was real. I'm just saying. I mean, little baby, we can get technical about it. We can start talking about that that the railroad won't even invent it until after this. And we can talk about that, okay? The Intercontinental Railroad wasn't even completed until the late 1850s, I think. The Transcontinental Railroad, I believe that was the late 1850s. like right before the Civil War, around that time. I mean, we can have that conversation. We ain't got to go that deep. But we can talk about it. Airplane, 1914. Car, late 1800s, early 1900s. I mean, we can go that deep, but we really don't have to. You know, even kids in all white schools know the Underground Railroad. Child, listen. Hey, Mr. Pisces, what's up? That was probably one of the top 5 most right in Black History, not Black History. Please love it. In all, I thought she was gonna say in all Real Housewives history. Child, she said Black History. Yeah, so Portia, listen, I like Portia and I don't like Kenya, but listen, right is right and wrong is wrong. I ain't about to sit here and play them games with y'all. Right is right and wrong is wrong. I don't play them games, okay? I got to call a spade a spade, okay? I got to call a spade a spade. Then Drew, now the whole time this was going on, Drew was just co-signing. She was just trying to get in where she fit in. She just kept co-signing. Then Drew and Kenya got to talking about the whole Rob situation. Listen, Drew, either 2 things you want me to believe, okay? This situation with your husband and the Tampa. There are 2 things you want me to believe here, okay? Either you want me to believe that you dumb enough to believe that evidence he gave you is proof that there was no other woman with him, or you want me to believe that this storyline was something fabricated for the 2 of y'all that put out there some bullshit. Because he left for 3 days. You didn't even know he left the house. Let's go back to the original story, Drew. You didn't even know that this man left the house. You said that y'all got into a fight. He went downstairs, you went upstairs, and you knocked on the door a couple of hours later to check on him to see if he wanted something to eat, and he was gone. So what that says to me is this sir didn't even have to go pack a bag. Yet he was gone for 3 days. He didn't even have to pack a bag. That's what it says to me. Now, if he did have to pack a bag, and let's say he used the credit card, you couldn't track the credit card? Couldn't track the debit card? You didn't know he was spending money in real time? And if he didn't have to pack a bag, what that says to me is that he picked that damn fight so he could get the hell out the house for 3 days. Then he said that the beach is his happy place, yet he drove past 5 beaches to get to Tampa. You said he showed you the receipts from the hotel. That doesn't prove that there wasn't nobody in that hotel with him. You know they only put one person's name on the credit card. I mean, on the bill, right? So that don't mean he was in the room by himself. He showed you the tracker on his watch because he went for a run on the beach. How does that prove there wasn't a woman with him? I mean, does your tracker say running alone? No, it just says you went for a run on the beach. That still don't mean that it won't nobody sleeping in that hotel room rolling over while he was on that beach taking a 6 a.m. run. It still don't mean there wasn't no woman in that room. Then you said he got a credit card receipt. And when she said that, all I could think of was Whitney Houston, it's not right, but it's okay. When Whitney Houston told Bobby that she found his credit card receipt, and if all his friends went out to eat, then 2 of them are cheat because she found the credit card receipt. Ma'am, put a 1 in the chat if you've ever been out with your friends and everybody got their own receipt. I mean, at this point, when you go out to eat, the server usually asks, how many checks? Am I doing 1 check, 2 checks, 3 checks, 4 checks? How many checks is this going to be? The fact that he showed you a receipt with just him it doesn't mean that there wasn't a woman with him. So either you want me to believe that you are that naive, or the storyline is just bullshit. And I'm starting to really lean towards the bullshit. I'm starting to, yeah. Right, you was thinking that song the whole time, right? All I heard was when she said the credit card receipt, I said, damn it, Whitney taught us this 20 years ago. Whitney, listen, it's a lot of things to be learned from the late, great Whitney Houston, and that is certainly one of them, okay? Oh, Jesus. I cannot. Of course, there are all these ones in the room. Of course, there are. Come on, man. Now, here's the reality of it. He might not have been in Tampa with a woman. I mean, it don't make no sense to me that, listen. But don't sit here and play games with me, Drew. And then I agreed with Kenya about that scene. Again, I told y'all, I had a problem with that scene when I saw it in real time. Kenya felt the same way. And here's what listen, we peace, love, peace, love. You with me on this one. You with me on this one. Because here's the thing that I can't stand, and they do this down here on these YouTube streets. For those people who follow the YouTube streets, just because your child is a part of the story doesn't mean I'm talking shit about your child. Kenya said that she felt bad for her son because in that scene was cringeworthy to her. I said the same damn thing. I'm not talking about her child. I'm talking about the mama. I ain't talking about the child. I'm talking about the mama. I'm talking about the fact that little boy had to meet his daddy for the first time in his memory on national TV after he already told y'all he ain't want to do it. He was clear that he didn't want to do it. All Kenya said was what everybody else was saying. Child. Listen. And I'm glad Candy did set the record straight about this whole situation with Block and the money. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Just because Candy has money, I do not think it should be a pass for y'all to feel like Block don't have to do his part as a daddy. He's a damn deadbeat dad. Candy took him for child support. He paid it for a little while. He stopped paying it over the last 5-6 years. She didn't go and take him for child support as a new case. All she's doing is enforcing the child support order. The money is going directly to NYU because it's going directly to the child, to what's Riley. It is probably going straight to NYU after that. Y'all stop sitting here and giving people passes just because Candy busted her ass and went out here and made it do what it do and built her empire and is financially independent and don't really need his money doesn't mean he don't have to pay it. Now, I can see if Candy went out here and filed a brand new child support order with Riley being 18 and her being a multi-millionaire, then I might side eye her a little bit and be like, all right, Candy, I think you're being petty. But this is a child support order that's already in place. She's just enforcing it. Why are we giving this man a pass? Why are people acting like Candy is wrong for that? Now, what if Candy ended up being one of those, where are they now? I used to be a member of Escape. Now I'm, barely making ends meet down to the Section 8 in Atlanta, Georgia. Y'all would be all on board. She need to take him for child support. He riding around in Bentleys and stuff. So Riley not entitled to child support just because Candy got money? Interesting. And again, I ain't necessarily talking about the people in this room. I'm just talking in general. Well, we know Kenya's Kenya, Tracy. Kenya's Kenya. I ain't defending Kenya on the retweet. I'm not defending Kenya on the retweet. But for Drew to turn that into a whole moment and let the waterworks come out and turn it into a whole watershed moment as if, oh my goodness. Child, no. Exactly, Tracy. That's just how I felt about it. Right. Child support is not for the parent. It is for the child. And it's supposed to be spent. Now, I know we don't all, people don't all spend it the way they're supposed to spend it, but that's what the child support is there for. So, yeah, I don't know. So I'm glad that Candy cleared that up, even though I feel like she already told us that. But, people got to hear it again, child. They got to hear it again. And again, like I said, if the child support, if this was Kandi starting a new case at the age, Riley being 18, then I kind of would have been like, but it was already out there. Drew needs to take her crocodile tears over to the OC, child. It was no immaculate conception. He helped make that baby. He needs it. Okay, you better say it again, Aunt Didi. You better say it again. So, speaking of the OC, this we're gonna talk about two more things, and we're about to get out of here in a few minutes. Because that was pretty much all that happened down to the reunion. We'll see part 2 next week. LaToya was coming out. We just saw the whole thing with LaToya. Now listen, LaToya went from having a kidney infection to a UTI to a cold. I don't know what the hell is wrong with LaToya, okay? She done told us 3 different things. Even Andy was like, well, wait a minute. Was it a kidney infection or was it a cold? Or was it a UTI? She said she had all of the above, which is very valid. I mean, she may, kidney, UTI may all be connected. I don't know. But that was a lot. Toya, that was a lot, ma'am. You think Drew did an inner cry? Now, they started filming this All-Stars Real Housewives mess this weekend. I know Kenya is there. Ramona's there. I think Teresa is there. I'm not sure who else is there. But they were in Turks and Caicos. They're going to be there for like a week, I think. And it's going to be a 4-part series. And they're calling it Real Housewives All-Stars. Now, from my understanding, Ramona is already there acting the fool child. She'd have called Kenya a bitch. She'd have tried to fight for the best room in the house, a child. Kandi said Riley feels the money is owed to her and is not doing, and it's not her doing, which I understand. But in the episode, Kandi seemed pressed about the money. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like that at all. I don't feel like, I never felt like Kandi was pressed about the money. I felt like Kandi, I really almost felt like Kandi was reluctantly doing it, honestly. I didn't feel like that. Teresa and Melissa are there? Okay, I knew Teresa was there, so Melissa's that child. Yeah, I didn't get the impression that Kandi was, I almost felt like Kandi didn't even really want to do it. Like, it was, well, this is what Riley wants. Because I think Kandi is like, I don't need your money, child. They picked all the ladies with the same raggedy personality, child. Well, they looking for views. Listen, let's not get it twisted. Bravo is in trouble. Bravo is in trouble. Real Housewives of Atlanta ain't the only show where the ratings ain't what they used to be. Bravo, when I say in trouble, I don't mean like they about to end as a network, but they need to do something to shake some stuff over there. And it's not just Atlanta that need to be shaken up. It's not just the Real Housewives of Atlanta that needs to shake up. So it'll be interesting to see this all-star situation play out, child. It'll be very interesting. Last but not least, Married to Medicine. The only thing I'm gonna say about Married to Medicine is this, because the episode itself wasn't very eventful. I mean, they had one little fight that I thought was just ridiculous. But Toya was drunk, and when Toya get drunk, she get loud and belligerent. But I peeped something. Now, my spidey senses in the chat, my little babies, my Xaviers, my DMVs, my people in the chat. Child, Brooklyn probably on that trip. You know good and daggone well Brooklyn is there, honey, with her nanny. Y'all know Brooklyn now. Did y'all peep that scene where they invited people over to the house, the scene where they had the argument? Did you peep the doctors that showed up? We had an OBGYN, a plastic surgeon, an anesthesiologist, a dentist. Did y'all peep that? Did that seem a little reminiscent to y'all? Y'all think that might be laying the foundation for a Married to Medicine DC? What y'all think? You follow the dentist over on the gram, little baby? Send me her link. Send me her Instagram, little baby. I said, wait a minute. This looks very interesting. We have a dentist that has an over-the-top extra personality. We have a matronly, mature OBGYN who happens to be best friends with Jackie. Well, not best friends, but good friends with Jackie. We have an anesthesiologist, a young fly, She's pregnant right now, but you can definitely see her vibe. You can pick up her style and her vibe. Young, pregnant, so that she having a baby. Anesthesiologist. I'm wondering if they setting up the groundwork for a Married to Medicine DC. I'm wondering, y'all. And I'm not saying that they are. It just looked real planned to me. That whole moment looked very, even the dentist coming in there acting real extra. Oh, she's a skiwi and her real estate agent. Her husband is a surgeon as well. So she's a real estate agent and a dentist. See, doesn't this sound very familiar? And her husband is a surgeon and she's extra. Like when I say she extra, she came in the dough extra, okay? DMV will be better in LA. I can't stand the LA franchise. Oh, I didn't dislike the LA franchise. I think the problem with the LA franchise is they got away from part of what, in my opinion, part of what Married to Medicine Atlanta gives that like the Real Housewives doesn't give is for episodes like last night. They always give you that humanity. You always get the doctor's visits and you're always reminded that you're looking at Black excellence. Even amongst the mess, even when they get messy and they get, nasty with each other, at the end of the day, there is still Black excellence on your screen. And I think Married to Medicine LA got away from that. I think they did a good job of giving us the storyline of my girl, the anesthesiologist, her being mixed, presenting as white. A lot of people look at her and automatically assume she's white. And I think they did a good job of giving us that, she's mixed and what her story was. She went to HBCU. She's a Delta. Like, I think they did a good job of giving us her story. I think they did a good job of giving us Dr. Amani's story. She was different. She had a different vibe to her. I think they did a good job of giving us that. But I think part of the problem with LA was we had too many non-doctors and you had too many people that I think weren't willing to share their life. Like you had the girl whose husband wouldn't even come on camera. Who they, the one, that had the drug dealer house, according to Dr. Imani. And then we had not Dr. Kendra, but we had the other one whose husband, the short Kappa. We didn't get to see really any of, like, how Married to Medicine, the guys, we see a lot of what's going on with the guy. Jasmine, I couldn't think of her name. So I just think they didn't do a good job of selling us everybody's story. I feel like Jasmine was hiding stuff from the very beginning. I still think Jasmine got an eating disorder. That's just my 2 cents. That's just my opinion. But I still think Jasmine got an eating disorder, child. And I do think it's something up with the husband. Yeah. I did like Dr. Kendra the second season. And again, they were giving us a little bit of that interracial love, with her Asian husband, honey. But yeah. Call to the, oh Lord, what are you talking back on? They have to have a fallback in case Real Housewives of Potomac starts losing viewers. I don't think it's gonna lose viewers. I think a lot of people say they ain't gonna watch it. They're gonna watch it, child. They're gonna watch it. Child, Toya is irritating my soul. She is irritating my soul. The issue with the LA franchise is that they were tethered to entities larger than them. They didn't have their own practices, so they weren't willing to get as messy. You know what? That's true, little baby. I didn't think about that. That is true. Because you figure all of the doctors on Married to Medicine have their own practices. Now, their husbands don't all, but I mean, even Dr. Heavenly, her and her husband have their own practice. Dr. Contessa, her husband, are opening one up this season. Dr. Jackie, Dr. Simone had their own. I never thought about that. That is very valid. That is very valid. You don't think you're gonna watch Potomac this year? Well, next episode of Married to Medicine, Giselle and Robin are gonna be on that episode. I like Married to Medicine. A lot of people like Married to Medicine over the regular Housewives. That husband is funny looking because he butchered his face. What husband? Who you talking about? Child Brandon. Didn't they try to set Cecil and Curtis up? Baby. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. They sure did try to set them up. Curtis and Cecil said, no, ma'am, not today. No, you won't. Curtis was like this. I'm just going to eat my salad. Nope. I'm just going to eat my salad. No, ma'am. Yeah, Jamal Bryant is going to be on next week's episode. I saw that. I said, so you mean to tell me that Jamal Bryant couldn't show up to film for the whole season of Real Housewives of Potomac last year? Well, no, he wasn't that one little episode where they had that awkward ass moment on the way to the airport. But other than that, he was on the phone. But he found time to show up and film with the Real Housewives. With Married to Medicine? Bitch. Well, they might have already filmed it. DMV, they probably already filmed that scene by the time everything went down at the reunion. That's fine, Ready Rock, because I'm going to wrap it up. It's bittersweet for me because I absolutely love Insecure. I absolutely love everything about Insecure. So it's bittersweet for me that it's ending. But at a certain point, I like shows that leave before the lights come on. And I think that Insecure probably had maybe 2 more good seasons in them. And we were kind of going to be looking at the door. Either because, last season they had Issa Rae and they had Issa and what's her face get back together. And then, of course, they had the whole baby surprise at the end. We had her and Molly have their falling out. So I want this season to be about everybody making up and us coming to some conclusion. It's the last season, so I expect you to wrap it up in a good way. But yeah, I'm definitely bittersweet about it. Let me tell you what I want to see, and then I'm getting ready to, and then I'm going to end it. This is what I want to see. I want to see the way they're doing this All-Stars, Real Housewives of All-Stars. I want to see a men of Real Housewives. I want them to get some of the most memorable husbands/spouses and take them to a beach house for the week. And I just want to see them. I don't even want no drama. I just want to see the shenanigans. I want to hear the conversations. I want to hear them reminiscing on the craziest scenes that they had to be a part of, the craziest moments. I want to see them smoking cigars. I want to see them going fishing. I want to see them chill. Because I find them hilarious. I find the husbands on most of the franchises hilarious. And I am here for it. I would love it. And I don't need no ongoing series. Talking about go put them, hey, Miss Honey, how are you, boy? How are you, boo? I'm saying put them in a house for a week and just film what happens. From the different franchises, listen, I wouldn't mind Kyle's husband because, Kyle's husband is hilarious, especially after he done hit him, a couple of them, Yeah, I remember what he was doing down to the Jamaica child. I wouldn't mind seeing Stephanie's husband from the Real Housewives of Dallas. He's Travis. Travis is a good time. I would even do PK because I think PK is funny when he gets to bragging about shit, honey. He'll probably have Boy George show up, right, and give them a concert they didn't ask for. Child, Markel, you always late, child. I ain't doing this with you. It was almost 9:00. Let me get off here, child. I would even want to see some of the Married to Medicine. Child, all the Married to Medicine husbands can go. All the Married to Medicine husbands can be invited, okay? Atlanta, Mark Hill can come. Mark can come. Child, go on, let Peter come. Go on and invite Peter. He thought he had a peach anyway. Go on, let Peter come. Let him brag about all of his failed businesses, okay? And how bad Cynthia did him. Just let him come, child. Y'all know who I want to see from Jersey. Y'all know I want to see Frank and Joe. Okay. Lock Queen. So here's the thing about the Chi. I said I was going to do the Chi as one of my retro reviews, but I never did. I have only looked at 3 episodes of the Chi. So Okay, bye. So yeah. I mean, the answer is I might watch it. If you're asking me, am I going to review it? That's a slim chance that I will review the Chi, because that means I will have to get caught up between now and May. May is next week, so that's probably not going to happen. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. I'm going to get out of here. Please, 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 if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and hit that like button on your way out the door. I appreciate y'all being here. Thank y'all so much. I love you. Don't do me, little baby. I already knew you was gonna say something. Listen, I'm gonna get back on the listen. For a while, I couldn't get to the retro reviews because I couldn't keep up with the regular reviews. I was doing too much, but things have slowed down. And y'all almost got some retro reviews on Saturday. Y'all almost got some retro reviews on Saturday, but then something happened, and I ended up not being able to get it done. But you saw how I was, yeah, I saw them. Y'all was getting them reviews on Saturday, and y'all were actually gonna get y'all. I was gonna shock y'all. I was gonna shock y'all with some retro reviews, but then something happened, and I ended up not being able to get it done. But let me say this: y'all gonna get some retro reviews soon. Soon. Y'all make sure y'all check out that Avon link. Thank you so much for dropping that link for me, please, little baby. And I will see y'all later. Have a good day. Oh, 21 Jump Street. Yeah, I still got it. We're gonna do it today. We're gonna do the 21 Jump Street one day. I don't know if y'all does Invincible or not. I'll ask him. I know he watches it, but I don't know if he reviews it. I don't think he does though. But I know he watches it. You could definitely get him to talk about it. All right, y'all, I'm out.